Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Horror Movie Review with Daniel Richardson. I'm, wait for it, Daniel Richardson. And yes, tonight we're going to be reviewing, I'm going to call it less of a review, probably going to be more bitching and ranting about it. We're reviewing the 2018 Halloween. The fact that I just can't call it Halloween 2 or Halloween something else, like a subtitle, because technically a sequel, pisses me off right off the bat. So we're already starting off the show on a down note, but it's alright. I'll pull through for you guys. So, before we get going, let's get some news. You know how we do things here. This is a mouthful. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. That's a full fucking title of this video game. It's been delayed. So all you Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 1 fans, sorry, no games. So Corona didn't affect, and apparently, I mean, I'm not a gamer, I don't keep it, like literally, I'm scraping the fucking barrel trying to get news for you guys every week, and, but anyway, apparently a ton of games have been, like, you know, delayed, much like movies or, you know, whatever, so it's like, it sucks. I don't play games, I don't give a shit. Anyways, so I was kind of initially ticked when I read this, because I was like, wait a minute, you got another show coming out first, but then I looked it up and found out, you know, it's alright. Mike Flanagan, who, the second season of Haunting of Hill House, which is actually entitled The Haunting of Bly Manor, comes out next month. Fucking pumped about that. Anyways, he's got another show coming out, or another miniseries that got greenlit, and they're going to start filming soon, called Midnight Mass. I don't know exactly what Midnight Mass is, if it's actually based on a book or a previous source, or this is just something he created, because apparently, I've never seen Hush, but apparently there's a girl in the movie Hush that's writing Midnight Mass, and then in Gerald's Game, another movie he directed, that's a book that she grabs when she's chained to the bed, is Midnight Mass. So I don't know if it's just like his expanded universe or what's going on, but I'm intrigued. I want to see it. I'm quickly becoming a huge Mike Flanagan fan. Like, I need to go back and watch all his previous movies. I've yet to see Oculus and Hush. I thought there was maybe one more. I mean, there may be more than that, but there's like 3 of them that people talk about, and I just didn't watch them for various reasons. And honestly, I thought they looked kind of generic whenever I saw the trailers for them or whatever. But he won me over Gerald's Game, and then continued to win me over with The Haunting of Hill House, and then kept going with Dr. Sleep, and now I'm just like, fuck it, I'm a Mike Flanagan fan. So anyways, yeah, Midnight Mass, I'll be there. So apparently, what the hell's that? My God. Computer's going off. Computer's going crazy over there. Mike Flanagan, my boy, he's emailing me. Anyways, there's going to be an Exorcist remake. Really, do we need a remake? I'm not saying we need a sequel either, but it's just like, I don't know. Do we really need a remake to this? I just feel like, typically, now I know we're in a different era now, different generation. Maybe it's not considered the all-time greatest horror film of all time right now, you know, as of 2020. But like, my entire life, from like my teen years down, even my mid-20s and down, Exorcist was considered the greatest horror film of all time. Scariest horror film of all time. It's a top notch. And whether you feel that way or not, you gotta respect the legacy. And yes, they've made sequels, some good, some bad. You know, it's in the middle there. But and then they made 2 part 4s for some reason, 2 prequels because they're like, Anyways, and then they did a series recently. I think it did like 2 or 3 seasons. But it's like, I don't know. Do we really need a remake? Can we not just do like another Exorcist that's in the same world? Like, you call those reboots anyways, just do a reboot. Just do a totally different story that just connects to Satan possessing people. Don't remake it. Don't drag Father Marin back. For fuck's sake. So, I don't know. I'm kind of about this, but we'll check it out, I guess. I mean, of course I'm going to check it out. I've seen all the other ones. If I can sit through Exorcist 2, The Heretic, I can sit through any of them. That movie is god-awful. Speaking of something that's going to be god-awful, movie coming out, I don't know how it's pronounced, if it's Hubby or Herbie. Hubie. We'll say Hubby. Hubby Halloween. Adam Sandler's new Netflix Halloween film. Fuck me. Got Kevin James. I ain't going to talk about this anymore. We're already doing Halloween tonight. This is just shit fucking whatever now. So yeah, there you go. Hubby Halloween coming to Netflix. Anybody who actually watches this garbage, please tell me about it. And I hope you love it. I hope you're just like, it's the best movie, Daniel. I love this movie. It's great. Check it out. Here's the plot. It is so cool. It's Adam Sandler's Halloween. Anyway, then the final bit of news, not even horror. Like, this is how bad it's getting here. It's just not a horror tie-in, though. It's the guy, I can't think of the dude's name. Fuck me in the face. Fuck me right in the fucking face. Guy who just directed it, both chapters, and then he did Mama. Andy Machete? No, not Machete. Can't be Machete. That'd be cool if it was Machete. Machete. I'm butchering this dude's name. I'm sorry, Andy. I'm sorry, buddy. He'll email me next. Tell me I'm wrong. Anyways, apparently he's doing The Flash, the next Flash movie. And they've already confirmed. Now, remember, Robert Pattinson's doing his Batman movie over here. And then over here, with The Flash, Ben Affleck, who claimed he was done with it, is coming back for The Flash. Apparently, it's going to have him and Michael Keaton. And apparently, this deals with alternate timelines and multiverse and all that nerd shit. So, yeah. Flash is going to have multiple Batmans in it. I got a friend of mine who, well, you guys know him, TPS. He's on TPS Talk, Josh Chaney. His theory is that all the Batman movies exist in the same world because they're in multiple universes. So he thinks every time you see a different Batman, you see a different timeline. And so he thinks that, you got Michael Keaton's timeline that has two movies, and then you get the Kilmer timeline, but it splinters into the Clooney timeline, even though Chris O'Donnell carries over. Apparently we get two Chris O'Donnells in these worlds, so lucky us, huh? I can really give a shit about this. I really just don't care. Like, I like Batman, but like after Batman v Superman, which everybody's now sucking off like it's the greatest fucking movie, I just don't care. I didn't watch Justice League. I probably won't watch Justice League. And everybody's just like, but the Snyder Cut! Guess what? You guys hated Snyder's first two Superman movies. His Man of Steel and his Batman v Superman. You hated them. You shit right all over them. And then as soon as they change director and Josh Whedon does his thing, which I ain't gonna lie, it probably went much better. Can't polish a turd. Everybody's like, no, we want the Snyder Cut. You gotta have the Snyder Cut. Fuck off. I hate you nerds. Horror nerds are okay, but comic book nerds just piss me off. And Star Wars nerds and fucking Harry Potter. I hate all you guys. I'm sorry. It's not you. It's me. It's Halloween coming up. I'm just trying to get this bitterness out of my system as quick as I can. Alright. Also, we got a new movie coming out next weekend. New release. Again, it's The New Mutants, because that's supposed to come out like a decade ago. It just never has. No, I do feel like we had talked about this show before, or just before. I can't remember if it was back in April, because this show hasn't been out a whole year. So this has been pushed back at least twice now, because I remember it got pushed back before, from last year. I want to say like we were talking about this back in April. Anybody who watches the archives of this show, go back and check it out for me. I'm too lazy. But I remember we talked about this, I think, before. But anyways, it's supposed to come out, next week. About a bunch of mutants. Of course, we're set in the X-Men world, who are all in this facility. I don't know if it's like a school or if it's a research. It doesn't matter. It matters. And anyways, they are. They each got something a little dark to them. Okay, this is a little bit darker than your typical X-Men film. They all got a bit of a dark past or a dark secret. But they have to band together, because if they don't, they may die. So they band together to not just survive, but to escape this facility or whatever. I think I mentioned before, I'll just do it again. I guess I don't care about this. I don't like action horror anyways, and I'm just like, there's no way there's gonna be much horror in this. Like, they refuse to go full horror with superhero movies. And the closest you're gonna get is something that's not really a superhero movie, like Brightburn, which I actually liked. I was actually a big fan of that. I'd much rather watch that than the Snyder Cut of fucking Batman v Superman, or what the fuck it's called, Justice League. But anyways, yeah, New Mutants. It is what it is. So yeah, I don't know. I really have no desire. I've already kind of talked. I'm not trying to be like snotty about that. I honestly already talked about this on TPS Talk. Me and Jason went into great details about it. It's just not my thing. I'm not a superhero guy, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just not it. So anyways, what I'm a fan of this horror battle royal we got going on. It's raging right now, and we're down to the last 6. We got 6. Villains still battling it out. We got Annabelle, The Thing, Count Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, the Mummy, and the Wolfman. And the vote came down to another tie. These ties are getting a little further apart, though. I'm liking that. Like, it's no longer a landslide or a more scattered thing. Now it's more, people are voting certain ways now. And so it's my turn to pick, I got to do the tiebreaker. So I'm taking out the Wolfman. Maybe because it just feels like someone's bringing some fucking silver to the dance here. I feel like Dracula's smart enough to do that. So he'll probably silver bullet this motherfucker. So that's what I'm taking Wolfman out. It pains me to do it, but it was either him or Dracula, and I just refuse to kill Dracula this early. I think Dracula should go to the finals. That's just my opinion. That's just one person's opinion. And you guys should have voted more to sway my opinion. So anyways, Wolfman's been eliminated. He's out. So at least the 5, guys. We're down to the last 5. We started 10. We're halfway through this thing right now. We got Annabelle, The Thing. I just love how everything else is Universal Monster. And we got last game's champion Annabelle, and we also got The Thing, which is such left turn, but it's great. So all right, Annabelle, The Thing, Count Dracula, Frankenstein's Monster, and The Mummy. These are the final 5. Get your votes in. Drop them down below. And yeah, that's all we got for this. So now it's time to go to our main event. The reason we're here, the reason you're here. We're going to talk about Halloween. It came out 2 years ago. And it's about Laurie Strode, who just, can't quite get over the events of 40 fucking years ago. 40 years ago. Who gives a fuck? Seriously. 40 years ago, she, Michael Myers was trying to kill her, and, she was one of the sole survivors in this massacre. And here we are now, years later, and it looks like Michael Myers is back again. So, alright, I don't know where to begin. So I'm just going on my rant, and at the end, I will throw out what I did like. Because, and this is the same thing I said before. I had a video, I think it was on TPS TV. I did a whole, this is when Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends was announced. And I did a whole video where I was just kind of bitching about this. I didn't really go into too much detail, but fuck it, we're doing a review. So let's do the review. Let's do the fucking review. So, anyways, here's why I'm just right off the bat I hate. And I know people are going to disagree. That's fine. That's cool. I mean, everybody loves this movie. Everybody loves this movie. Everybody's sucking this movie off, so I get it. I'm definitely in the minority. I'm the asshole in the corner who's, blasting this film, so I get it. Alright? Sit in your hate. Fuck it. I'll do it. Let's do this. I hate the fact that they're not brother and sister. That to me is a big fucking thing. And the thing is, I get it. If you all watched Halloween back in '78, then they weren't brother and sister. That's fine. And I'm sure to you, you're like, that's even more evil. He just killed him without reason. And I'll get to that in a second too, because he fucking seems to pick and choose in this fucking movie. But anyways, he's just, blank darkness. He's just blank evil. I get it. I get it. What Carpenter wanted. Carpenter even says this numerous times. Give him a backstory. It seemed kind of ridiculous. I even co-wrote the second one, and I gave him a backstory, and I regret it. Fuck off. So, but I didn't watch it in '78. I wasn't born until '85. And so whenever I got around to the franchise, even before I saw part 1, I already knew that he was driven by, he's killing his bloodline. He's going down the line, trying to take them all out. And, it made sense to me. And as ridiculous as the Thorn storyline gets, to me, I like it. I'm okay with that. I like the idea that this dude is just driven by, trying to kill his bloodline for whatever reason. And you can leave that unknown. That could be the scary thing. I don't know why he's trying to kill his sister. You don't need to know. Fuck it. He's just evil. And they drop it all. Now, the other thing is, it's funny, when H2O came out, people liked it. People liked H2O up until this movie came out. And as soon as this movie dropped, everybody just viciously turned on H2O. And I'm not saying it's a perfect film. I'm not saying that. It definitely has flaws, but it's how quickly the tide turned. Because like I said, literally 4 years ago, you could have took a poll and people would be like, yeah, H2O was really good. I liked it. I hate that they, recanted the entire 4 through 6, and I'll agree with that. But as far as rebooting the series, I guess, and picking it right back up from part 2, yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good. And people liked it. And then as soon as this movie came out, everybody's like, fuck H2O. Fuck that movie. Fuck. And so I'm just like, really? The reason why H2O works better, in my opinion, is it's the same storyline. Essentially the same storyline, that except 20 years instead of 40 years, but 20 years later, Michael's back. and he travels the country going after her. He makes a beeline for Laurie fucking Strode. He goes to Dr. Loomis's nurse. I forget the nurse's name. Marion? Something? It wasn't Marion Crane, was it? No. I know Loomis came from Psycho, but did they... Doesn't matter. I'll have to look that up. Shit. Sorry, I'm posing a little bit here. I can't remember the nurse's name. But anyways, goes, kills her. Kills a young Joseph Gordon-Levitt too. Fuck. And but finds out where Laurie stands. She changed her name, so he jumps right in his fucking car or truck, and he heads out. Goes right to L.A. or somewhere in California. I forget where they were at. Anyways, and goes after her. But you had that dynamic that, you know, he's gonna come for her. He's gotta come for her. It's, you know, it's almost like it is mythical. It's something mystical in the air. It's his sister, and he's gonna take her down. In fact, she has a son now. She's got to protect him. And it just seems like she wasn't an old lady yet, so it kind of worked, you know. And I don't know. It just made more sense. It seemed more logical. Whereas here, she's just some other victim that got away. That's it. And it's not like he was plotting to kill her, and I'll get to that why in a minute. But right off the bat, like, when I watched this in theaters 2 years ago, I watched part 1 again right before, because this drops part 2. We can't have them be related. Ugh. The fucking line, I think today's people just made it up, make themselves feel better. You fuck off. God. Hate you. Anyways, we dropped part 2. So this is part 1. So I watched part 1 first to get a refresher. And then I was like, alright, let's watch the sequel. Let's watch Halloween. And then follow up with Halloween. That's another stupid fucking thing. Fuck you. Anyways, so you could have put any generic fucking adjective and it would have been better. You could have been like, Halloween Reborn, Halloween, I was about to say Resurrection. We don't want that. I will say, if there's one positive, one good thing I will give Halloween 2018, it was better than Resurrection. It was better than Resurrection. It was better than Resurrection. So there you go. There's a pro right off the bat. Bunch of cons, and then here's my pro. No, and so part 1, he steals the mask. It was just a fucking mask. It was just nothing. It was just mask. Halloween. Got to put a mask on. People's not gonna think I'm that crazy if I'm wearing a mask on Halloween night. It had no significant value to it other than that. That's it. That's all. And then, like, whenever they bring the mask to him in the little yard, the courtyard of the prison, or the mental institution, and they bring it out to, like, I want to see the scene where they actually bring them all out there, and then chain them up to their little square, and then walk away, like, I want to see that scene. Or I want to see, like, when it rains, and they gotta scurry and get them all back inside. Anyway. So, they bring the mask out. They get a hold of the mask, and we got the mask, and they pull it out. And he even twitches. Now, they'll say later, like, he didn't even react. He fucking twitches, though. We see him. He senses the mask. He's like, ooh. And then everybody around him start going crazy. Like, they can sense them. I'm like, it's a fucking mask that has no bearing on anything. At all. At all. God damn. And they put so much importance on this thing. And it's just like, why? Who cares? Apparently, he grew attached to that mask that he broke into that hardware store and stole. Because reasons. Anyways, another thing that irritated me, I'm sorry, I can't get past it. He is 60 fucking years old. And I don't care how psychotic someone is and all this psychosis. It's like, I'm sorry. You give one dude a heart punch in the chest, he's gonna go down. You punch Michael Myers in the fucking chest, there's a pretty good odds that he's just gonna drop and die. And that's the end of the fucking movie. I don't care. And you can make the argument, Daniel, because he's 60. It's 60 plus, by the way. It's not like he's just 60. He could be 60 plus. How old was he? 23 when he broke out? So he's like 63. He's close to retirement age. I don't know what the retirement age currently is. It seems like no one's retiring anymore because everybody's at work because the economy sucks. But anyways, yeah, people in their 60s, they can still be in great shape when they take care of themselves and exercise and maintain that. Dude, this guy's been sitting there looking vacant at a wall. There's no way this dude's exercising. And what people are going to say then? Well, it's supernatural. No, it's not supernatural because you guys made him this unstoppable killing guy, but I'm real. That's what makes it scary. Fuck off. That ship sailed. You guys didn't want the thorn. You threw it away, and now we're stuck with old man Myers. Everybody, I just remember when this came out, everybody was just jacking off like, oh shit, Nick Castle's back. I'm like, who cares? I don't want Nick Castle back. Give me someone young. Give me a young stuntman in that fucking suit. That's what I want. I want someone who's going to take these dives and jump out the window and all that shit. I don't want a fucking sequel that takes place this far when he's old. I want someone who is forever young because the thorn is keeping him youthful and vital. That's what I want. I don't want the guy who's literally, trying to buy some AARP insurance and fucking buy some Insure at the pharmacy. I don't want that Michael Myers. I want real one. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So anyways, another pro is this has some really cool death scenes. Like, I can't take that away from it. The idea that he rips a dude's jaw off and toys the teeth, all that shit, awesome. The killing spree, we'll get to the killing spree more in depth. I liked all that. It's brutal. It's brutal and everything. But then, that was the thing that people was bitching about in Rob Zombie's Halloween. Was the size, and I'll give you guys that. Fine, you're right. He made Michael Myers fucking super huge. But they're just like, the scene with Joe Grizzly in the bathroom. Joe Grizzly, bitch, and he fucking brutally just bashes his head into it, and everybody's like, too brutal. He's not Jason Voorhees. Like, Jason Voorhees can do that. Michael Myers can't. Michael Myers is more stealthy and quiet. And it's like, yeah, and this guy's doing Jason Voorhees level brutal murders at 60 years old. And people are just like cowering in fear. Like, I get the women. Like, when he's attacking the kids and young girls, fine. But it's like, dude, the other podcast, I mean, he's a bit of a, I guess he's a bit of a, what word can I use without getting myself in trouble in this ultra PC word? He's a bit of a, he sucks. He sucks. He's a bit of a, he's not a tough guy. He's not a tough guy. I'll say that. So clearly he's a British podcaster. So, and I hope I anger all the British podcasters out there. Like, I'm tough, mate. I don't care. This guy wasn't tough, and so maybe fine. But it's like, dude, that sheriff dude, the black guy, like, he could whoop Myers' ass. I guarantee it. I fucking guarantee it. Like, no one tried to jump on this old dude at all, at all. Just fucking take him down. Fuck him. Just fuck him in the face. Like, seriously, who gives a shit? I don't know. I just feel like he's literally has this unstoppable killing machine. It's like, that works when you're a young man, but you're an old fucker. You're an old guy. You're a geezer. You're a fucking geezer. Your precious mask, because now it means something to you. At least in the Rob Zombie Halloween, yes, people hate the fact that he got this ridiculous backstory too, but it's like, fuck it. It makes sense and it fits. Young Michael Myers, he didn't want to be out. He felt safe in that mask. He put a mask on to protect himself so no one can really see him. And it made sense. We don't get that with this guy at all. And if you try to do that fucking, well, it's implied. Fuck you. It's not implied. It's not. You know what's implied? It's a shitty fucking film. God damn, I hate this movie. So anyways, sorry, back on track. So yeah, he's doing these brutal Jason Voorhees level kills. I'm sorry, I'm not buying a 60-year-old man doing this at all. My God. Like Rick Flair. See, that's Andy. Andy Machete, mad that I trashed his last name. Anyways, like Ric Flair, the dirtiest player in the game. Like, he retired. Is he finally retired? Is he still? He ain't still wrestling. There's no way he's still wrestling. I've been out of the game for a while. But like, even did he wrestle in his 60s? Well, look, Terry Funk. I know for a fact Terry Funk was still wrestling in his 60s. But he wasn't out there murdering motherfuckers and doing power moves and shit. You know why? He's an old man. Yeah, I'll buy that he can use the blade and kill, and he has to stealthily get on people and stab them, fine. But he's not jaw-ripping people's heads off, or bashing face into the toilet seat, or grabbing that dude and just like manhandle him. And that's like, dude, you ain't doing none of that shit. You ain't doing none of that shit. Dude, the little fat high schooler that you pick up and put on the gate, which is a cool kill. Dude, you threw your back out doing that. Fuck you. You didn't kill him. God, I hate this fucking movie. This movie is also the biggest fucking crock of shit when it comes to coincidences I've ever seen. It's all these random little quinky-dinky shit that gets him to go to Laurie Strode's house in the end. Starting with, these podcasters who just have to show up and they just have to go to the, Judith Myers' grave, and he just happens to be there at that point, just happens to do this. He just happens to be going on a killing spree. I'll get to the killing spree in a second. And then he just happens to find Laurie Strode's granddaughter's best friend and kills them. And takes his time. Whereas he's going on a fucking kill spree and just, kill frenzy. And then he decides, but for these people, I'm just going to hang out. and have some fun and toy with him for no real reason at all. At all? Yeah. What the fuck ever. So, anyways, he just happens to kill them. Just so happens that Laurie sees him there. Just so happens that, you know, he gets taken down later on as he just happens to run into Laurie's granddaughter out walking. Just coincidentally. Just so happens that the new Dr. Loomis, dude, was he not trying to just do his Donald Pleasance impersonation? Fuck you. So we get Donald Pleasance Light taking over the role. We got Loomis, we'll call him Loomis Light. Loomis Light ends up killing the other old, I don't remember that guy from Halloween 1, but the old cop that returns, like, who was he? He's old. They give him a hero shot. He turns around, the camera zooms up to him like we're supposed to give a shit. And I'm like, I don't even know who this guy was. And I bet he didn't have a big role. Sorry, he didn't. And I'm like, dude, you're at retirement age yourself. You shouldn't even be on the force anymore. The fuck you still doing here? Anyways, I'm being ageist when it comes to this movie, and I don't care. I hope all the old people come after me. I'll whoop all your old asses right now. And then make you beg me to stop, and you're going to beg me, or you're going to tell me that this is a shit movie, and I'm right. That's how much hatred and venom I have just coursing through my veins right now. Let me get a drink. Sorry. Anyways, just so happens that when they do finally capture Michael Myers, he decides that he's just going to kill the cop and put the mask on because he wants to know what it's like. It's like, you weren't even like, I don't know. Loomis being driven to obsession made sense because we watched it. This guy we're just supposed to take, like, oh yeah, for 20 years he's just been obsessed. Or for 40 years he's just been obsession because of course he has. Why not? Anyways, he just decides he's going to happen to drive him out. So it's like, had he not driven Michael out to Laurie's house, that showdown never happens. Which brings me to Laurie. Look, I'm not trying to get over the fact that, yeah, her friends were murdered that night. And you know what? In all honesty, that happens to anybody. Yeah, you're going to be... It's going to fuck you up. I get it. But the level of fucked up she's at is like Donald Pleasance at the end of the Halloween series. Like, not just one movie. We're talking, you know, when he pulls the gun on, you know, Jamie Lloyd and tries to shoot her. Or when literally, I don't know, he's burnt up and he's hobbling out like Kane and he's, like, still coming to town. Michael's coming back. Like, she's at that level. And it's like, you had one run-in with him and it wasn't personal. That's the thing. That's the thing. Is by part 4 or 5 of Halloween, it's now personal between Loomis and Myers. It just is. In Halloween 2, when he follows Laurie, his sister, to the hospital, it's personal. There's no way he gives a shit who this. He probably didn't even recognize who the old bitch was. He's literally upstairs in the window, looks down and sees the old lady, just looking at him. She shoots at the window and he's just like, get that old bitch. I'm going away. Got shit to do. Got people to kill. Doesn't make a beeline for her. He just leaves. He's like, I'm out of here. And so, they're trying to build this whole, like, it's a personal event, and it's not. And yet, Laurie just makes it personal. And it's like, I get it. You'd be traumatized, but I just feel like it would manifest itself in different ways. Not in the, let's turn my house into Jigsaw's game room, where literally every room, and she's like, I'm waiting for him. I want to know what the movies would have looked like at, like, the 10-year mark, the 20-year mark. Like, every 10 years that pass, does she just get crazy? Or she's like, well, this is the year. This is the year he's coming at me. Because, like, this is 40 years later. And she just knows he's coming to her. And it's like, he never made a direct line to you. He was just, it's just by happenstance that he comes out there. Like, literally, is a weird chance. It was a weird 1 in a million shot that this fucking Loomis Light decides to drive him out there because he wants to, you know, witness this whole thing. It was just, it's ridiculous. It makes no sense. So, I would have loved to see the movie where he doesn't go out there and he just goes on a killing spree and goes a different direction. And then literally, it's just Laurie sitting for a shotgun and it's like, he's coming for me. It's like, no, he's not. Ridiculous. Hate the fact that I like Toby Huss's character. It's a bit ridiculous. It feels out of place, but I'm like, fuck it, this movie sucks. And all the humor that gets kind of thrown in randomly, I like. And I feel like there's whole movies there of characters that we don't get to see or see developed because we're following the bland-ass triangle of Laurie and her daughter, who really doesn't get... Judy Greer? Is that her name? Judy Greer? I got that right? And she was on Arrested Development. She was George Sr.'s Kitty. That was her name. No, it wasn't Kitty. fuck, I don't remember her name from. She's the one who put the weird breast implants in. Doesn't matter. Anyways, her, the middle one, she literally like has very little screen time. I mean, they do try to flesh her out a little bit, but it's just like it's the same bullshit that the other one went through. Just you had a traumatized past, but now you're tough because of it. And then the granddaughter, it's just high school bullshit that I don't care about. And that's the thing. You're trying to appeal to the old fans because it's like you're setting it all back there. Like it's all about 78, continue that legacy on now, and you should be focusing then on Lori more. But it's like, no, you're focused on the daughter or the granddaughter and her prom and all this other bullshit. And it's just like, who gives a shit? Like seriously, like I know it's not the prom, it's a Halloween dance, but still, she did it. Anyway, so it's all this other bullshit that doesn't matter. And I'm like, but they would bring in these random side characters that were brilliant, and were just like, I would much rather seen these guys be the main characters. Toby Huss is one of them. He didn't get much screen time. Peanut butter on my penis. I don't care. That literally makes no sense. It's stupid. Doesn't belong in a Halloween movie. But by the end of the movie, I'm just like, man, I really wish we had more of him. Nope. We get him killed off pretty quickly in the finale, and it seems like no one really cares. Nobody cares at all. And like, yeah, Lori finds the body, but like even the daughter's just like, where's Ray? I think it's his name, Ray. Where's Ray? Doesn't get in. She's like, just get it, get in the other, or get in the basement or whatever. And she just goes, and it's just like, okay, fine. You can assume, obviously, a smart assumption that Ray's dead. No tears shed for him. And then when the daughter shows up, the granddaughter, Ray's daughter, it's like never once is where's Dad at. Even though, once again, it's good assumption that if the family was here and he's gone, he's probably dead. But at the same time, they never have one scene. But hey, we got that female empowered drive at the end where all three of them are just looking pretty badass, aren't they? Toby Huss, fuck him. John Connor's dead first act of the movie, yeah, fuck him. Who cares? Yeah, but look, the women, we're in the back of the truck, woo! And you're telling me that's bullshit or being sexist? Fuck you, because that's exactly what they're going for right there. Don't say they weren't. That's exactly what they're going for. They even try to make her look like Linda Hamilton in this movie. Literally, she's wearing like the tank top, she's got the shotgun, she's cocking it, and I'm just like, you're no Linda Hamilton. And that's Linda Hamilton in her prime. I didn't watch Dark Fate. Dark Fate may be a good movie, maybe a brilliant movie, maybe the best fucking Terminator movie of all time, but I'll never watch it because it looks like shit. And I really wish I didn't watch this movie because this was shit too. I've been debating if I'm even going to watch the next two Halloween movies. I feel like a part of me has to. Like there's just certain films you have to watch. Like no matter how bad Texas Chainsaw got, I would watch this, the remake and the direct sequel and the prequel and all that shit. And it's just like some of them were good, but some of them were just dog shit. And like the 2013 movie, I hated. And but it's just like I came back for Leatherface when they did the next one. I came back for it. So I don't know. So anyways, but it seemed like they didn't care about Toby Huss at all. The little black kid, he's fucking hilarious. I love that kid. That kid is fucking hilarious. And once again, it's like we kind of get him. And once again, he steals this. Like every scene he's in, he steals it. And honestly, he kind of stole the movie because not one person does a review for Halloween without going to that kid. And some people was like, I didn't like the humor. I'm like, I get it. Honestly, the humor and tone's very uneven throughout the whole movie. And once again, though, it's written by Dan McBride and the guy who does Eastbound Down with him. I think he does Eastbound Down with him. I'm blanking on the guy's name right now. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Anyway, it's a comedy guy. Like it's two comedy guys, but they're just fans of Halloween. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's certain aspects I like about it, and it's shot well. So I mean, it doesn't look like it's a bad horror film. So it's like it's script. It's also kind of the story. I don't like the story. And unfortunately, if the story's out, then the rest of the movie isn't that great on my level, or on the level of like it's a good. No, I'm sorry. The story is the main part of your movie. So, anyways, but you can just tell all this humor is thrown in by Dan McBride. Like I don't know, I just the fat kid, the friend who he ends up kissing him, and he's like, you got your chapstick flake on my head. And he's like, that's a little piece of me that's gonna follow you around all day. And I'm like, that's Dan McBride through and fucking through right there. But yeah, the little African American kid. Hilarious, and literally there's no way that Danny McBride did not write all that dialogue. I refuse to believe it. And once again, he runs out and we don't see him again. I'm just like, man, I would much rather have his movie. The whole movie from his perspective would have been a way better movie. Yeah, it would have been a comedy with bits of horror thrown in, but you know what? It would have been better than what we got now. And then the two cops. We get these two random ass cops at the end, and they have like a whole buddy cop conversation about eating peanut butter and jelly shit, and I liked it. And I'm just like, but these cops are literally just here to kill off And unfortunately, that little moment is golden, and then the rest of it's just shit. And it's just like, and their death scene's pretty cool too. We don't get to see it. That's the thing. You don't see too many death scenes. You get the aftermath a lot. Like, dude, motherfucker cuts the dude's head off, puts a flashlight up in it. I'm like, I would have loved to see that kill. That would have been a cool kill to see. The kid on the gate, same thing. I would have loved to see his face get slammed into that. I would have loved to see the old man or the other guy get his jaw ripped off. We get the aftermath, and I'm like, fine, it's still cool, and I guess it leaves it to your imagination because no one's gonna buy a 60-year-old fucking man doing this shit anyway. So we'll take it. Okay, so I bitched about that. His weird selection of who he killed and who he doesn't kill. I heard one guy review, so the one thing that irritated me most was the kill spree. There's in the trailer, and you see him literally, he's on, he's in Haddonfield Street, he's looking around, he's just like, holy shit, it's trick-or-treating time. And he goes to the first house, beeline to the person in there, kills him. Goes to the next house, goes into this house, sneaks in the back way, kills her. Really cool scene, knife through the neck, I fucking love it, right? And then he just like stops and decides he's going to focus all his attention on this one girl babysitting the kid. And that's it. And it's like, really? Like, how, why are you, like, I would have loved this scene just like, and maybe I'm exaggerating here, so let's make it realistic. How long would I sit through a movie with no real plot, but just endless kills in the middle of a Halloween movie? Let's say 10 minutes. Let's just do 10 minutes of him just going house to house, fucking, like one uninterrupted shot, just him going, and that to me would have been so much better. That would have been like, yes, that's the Halloween movie that you're trying to make. Fine, there's no brother-sister connection. He's just an ultimate killing machine. He's a shark with legs. That's what a shark with legs does. And no, he does it for like 2 houses. He's like, I'm done. Now I'm gonna go hide out in the closet for a while. That's a stealth game. They're not getting away from you, buddy. Like literally, you could have killed the kid and waited for her to come up and killed her. And everybody's going to be like, well, he doesn't kill kids. He kills the kid who went hunting with his dad, the little tap dancing kid or the ballet kid who went like hunting with his dad. He was a kid. Killed him. Didn't think twice about it. Maybe Michael Myers homophobic. He went for the gay kid. I know it's not said he's gay. I can get in trouble for saying that, but it's like, he's definitely a little flamboyant. Can't say he's not that. He's a little ballet kid, and guess what? Myers had no problem dispatching him. Hey, I'm on your side. I agree. That's bullshit. You shouldn't just be picking and choosing like that. You're gonna kill all the kids, kill them all. I remember, so I saw this, only seen this movie twice. The second time I watched it the first time in theaters. I remember I'm sitting there, crowded theater, and it was a good crowd to watch it with. Like, everybody was into it. Like, it's rare. I feel like my theater experiences have been really shit towards the end of, before Corona hit, obviously. But Halloween was a really good crowd. I liked it. But there was a woman behind me, and the scene where he's going on this kill spree, and you hear the baby crying, he goes up to the crib, and he just kind of stops there for a second. And then, when he turns, the one behind me goes, well, that's good, because that would have been too far. And I'm like, what? He's supposed to be unspeakable darkness. He's supposed to be evil incarnate. How's that too far exactly? That's exactly what, if you throw a baby in the fucking ocean, a shark's not going to come to him and be like, oh no, sorry, it's a baby, shit, sorry, and then swim the other way. No! Fuck you, Carpenter. Fuck you, because you're going to be like, well, here's the thing, in the original movie, he was supposed to be a little kill machine. Then they muddied it up with all this backstory, and the fact that he's a sister now. This is the killing machine I want, the one who picks and chooses who he fucking kills. Fuck you. Anyways, so, same thing with the kid. He's in the house, he kills it. He does this stupid ass thing where he waits in the hallway, or the closet. And don't get me wrong, it's a cool little moment, but think about all the time they're spending talking, because, he runs down the stairs. How Myers didn't grab him on the way down there, because he was still in the hallway. He runs out to the hallway. He had to pass Myers at some point, right? So Myers just let him go? Myers could have killed him, dragged the body away. Dave and, I forget her name already, but the girl would have been like, what was that? That was him, Julian was screaming up there, shit. Let's go check on Julian, and they would have went up there, and he would have killed him. And he's so strong to rip a jawbone off, I think he could have handled 2 teens. What do you think? No. So, the kid runs by him screaming, Myers just lets him go, and then he's just like, ooh, this will be fun. I'm going to go in the closet and just hang out there. On the off chance that they may come by and see me. Now here's what's weird, is he goes in there and he hides in the closet. The girl goes in there, because once again, Julian's like, I'm not going back in there until you check it. I thought it was weird he doesn't just name drop the closet right off the bat. He's like, you check behind the doors underneath the bed, but doesn't say the closet. And isn't the closet underneath the bed the two places that kids always want you to check? But whatever. Movie's got a movie, I guess. But she goes in there, and even there, he's in the closet. He's hearing her walk around like, oh, what are you doing in here? Oh, I'm just messing with you. And he doesn't think I can just kill this bitch right now. He doesn't. He's just so in there. I want to see this. I want to see the movie from his perspective the whole time, where just him, just like in the closet, just like, it's gonna be cool when she finally opens this door. Hope she opens it soon. So then she takes the kid to bed. You know, they have their little moment. They're talking. Then you know they have their whole like, you know, you're my favorite kid. You're my favorite babysitter. Blah blah blah, whatever. And then as she's leaving, so she's already on her way out. Once again, coincidentally, the kid's like, "Can you shut the door for me?" Or, you know, the closet door. She's like, "Sure." So at this point, what happened if he would have asked that? And she would have just left. Like, would he have just came out and killed the kid and then killed everybody else? We'll never know. But it's stupid anyway, because he should already have dead. So she goes up to the door and she starts shutting the door on it and doesn't shut. Once again, is he just taking this? Like, it just hit his shoe? And he's like, I can easily just push the door out open real quick, hit her in the face, got her down. I actually go past her first, go for the kid. Because at this point, the kid's going to try to run first, and he does. But I can get him first, and then go after her because, you know, her face is down, or, you know, she got busted in the face or whatever. But she does it. He waits for her to actually open the door just so the audience at home can have a jump scare. And it's just like, that's not practical. I don't know. It just seems stupid to me. Completely stupid. I don't like it. And he lets the kid go. He doesn't even make a move for the kid. And it's just like, but you didn't care but kill the kid on the road, but you're not going to let this kid... I don't know. I just don't like the inconsistencies here. And I don't know. This movie sucks. I'm sorry. It's just a bad movie. I don't like it. It's got good in it. Once again, pros. I like the comedy characters in this movie. I think the kills are good, even though I don't buy that Myers is the one doing it. He tagged out to Jason Voorhees. Jason Voorhees came over and killed the kills for him and then left, and then he tagged back in. Shit. John Carpenter's pissed at me for saying fuck you. Keep getting these emails. Anyways, yeah, I like the look of the movie. I like the music. That was another thing I really dug about this. Was I was afraid they're just going to keep falling back on the good old-fashioned Halloween theme throughout the whole thing. And they do, here and there. But like the scene when they're, I think it's the kid who gets hit on the gate. And dude, it had this Goblins vibe to it. Like, I fucking loved it. And I was like, holy shit. And it didn't get that epic again. Like, there were still some cool moments here and there. But man, that one scene of her screaming and running away from the graveyard, or no, she wasn't in the graveyard, the guy's house, because anyway, he was in somebody's backyard, the sensor light and all that shit. But when she runs away from her screaming, and that music hits, dude, I fucking loved it. Like, that music was just so fucking epic. And it makes you wonder, like, did he even write that? Because that's the thing, everybody's just like, guess who's back? Carpenter, he's gonna do the music. It's like, no, he did the music with 2 other people. Like, literally, what? And so now I'm like wondering, like, did he even do the music? I could see Carpenter being the kind of guy that just cashed a check so he can get the music credit, and he let somebody else. And so they just put his old music into it. He's gonna get composer, you know, credit for that, and he's just like, I'm cashing a check. He said as much for everything else. Every time he gets like executive producer credit, he's like, I just cash a check. I don't care about these movies. And this movie's kind of the same thing. Like, I guess he was a little more hands-on. But I'm wondering, like, what degree exactly? Like, what degree is he just like, yeah, I'm telling you guys how to do this, to just, nope, I'm cashing a check and I'm just going to tell everybody. Like, did he pay him a little bit more just so he can say, oh yeah, I actually had a hand in creative on this? I doubt it. I don't know. So anyways, yeah, cool death scenes, good look, good music, and yeah, funny characters. Beyond that, I don't like the story, and I'm sorry, that's what's going to boil down to in the end. I don't like the story. I don't like the way the story went, and that's fine. You know what? You guys like it, and that's cool, and they're making 2 more for you. And you know what? I'm glad we finally got some Michael Myers movies out there. Fuck it. You know, this is what we got to do. I'll tell you right now, I don't know. And like, I just feel like, I don't know, I don't want to say I wanted something different, but I do. Like, I don't know. Like, I love Halloween 2, the Rob Zombie one. I know that's a very unpopular movie too. Now, I'll be honest, I was like you guys the first time I watched it. I didn't like it the first time I watched it. And I did the same thing where I was like, well, you know, it's got some, I like the direction of it, and I thought it had some cool kills, but overall, I don't know, the movie just kind of fell flat for me. I couldn't put my finger on it. And then I watched it years later, and I was like, God damn, I love this movie. Like, I fell in love with it. I thought it was just a brilliant fucking film. And I feel like it's completely underrated, but I think people, it has more of a reputation now, I guess. It has more of a stigma of everybody hating it. So I feel like people hate on it without really watching it. And I still think that's the truth, because I've literally talked to people who just like, oh, that's crap. And then I'd be like, well, what'd you like about it? And they're like, well, I didn't actually see it, but the trailer looks so bad I didn't watch it. And it's just like, I feel like it's unfortunate to have that thing. But I give Zombie credit, he went a different direction, but he kept the feel, I guess, of the spirit. I don't know, I can't explain it, but I liked his movies. And I would much rather see him do a part 3 than Halloween Kills or Halloween Ends. We'll never get his version, unfortunately, but it's just like, I don't know. So, I could probably go on a little bit more. I'm giving myself a headache here talking about this movie. I hated it. Was not a fan. Fuck this film. Fuck it, right up the ass. Let me know what you guys thought of it. Let me know how much you loved it and how this is like the greatest fucking movie ever and you guys are just jacking off all over and how it's just brilliant. And drop those comments down below. Drop all your hate mail. You seriously, come at me. I want to hear it. I want to hear everybody bitch about how, I have no taste, don't know what I'm talking about. And, well, here's the thing, Daniel. The reason why this movie works is, bring it. I want it. So, anyway, that's all I got, guys. I promise a cheerier video. I've only had 2 episodes where I just became a complete dick. This one and the... My God. Did that happen last week? My alarm went off. I'm sorry. This video went kind of long. Anyways, I was a dick on this video and I was a dick on the Evil Dead remake too. Quit remaking my movies. Quit trying to kill my franchise. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm fucking asking. Anyways, it'd be interesting to see. I think Halloween Kills will do good. It's going to be interesting to see what Halloween Ends numbers will be because I don't know. I feel like Halloween 2018 was going to make bank no matter what. It could have been the dumbest fucking movie, but everybody wanted to see Michael Myers back again, so they paid to see it. They paid to see it, and you're just going to make money that way. And so that automatically got the next 2 greenlit. Now, the fact that we haven't had cinema in a long time, I think will actually help Halloween Kills. But, I don't know, Halloween Kills had some buzz around too. People were excited to see it, so I don't know, maybe just talking about my ass right now, but I think Halloween Ends is going to be the one that's going to be interesting. Will it still have the numbers of these 2? So they even said they want to make more beyond this. This is just kind of the initial trilogy they're wanting to make. Or I guess quadrilogy since it's after the Halloween. I don't know. Fuck this movie. Alright, that's all I got, guys. Thank you for watching. Tune in next week. Oh, shit. Didn't always run. Sorry. Hi. Thank you for watching that video. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to our channel. All that good stuff you do right here on YouTube, go ahead and do it. Check out our other videos. Go to our playlist. We got episodes of TPS TV, Journey Through the Dark Side. We got a new show coming out, the horror movie review with Daniel Richardson. This guy. And of course, our short film, Entropy. You can find all that and more right here on YouTube. And then check out, yeah, look at that. All of our social media right there. And we don't just, copy and paste like the same post and put it on all. No, that's ridiculous. 3 different platforms, 3 different posts. I mean, the behind the scenes stuff you see on Twitter will not be the same stuff you see on Instagram. So there you go right there. So be sure to get on, give us a follow and a like on all that right there. Keep up to date. Have you seen Unspeakable Acts yet? No? Come on. Pick you up the DVD right now. Links over there. Oh, yeah. It's only $7. $3 shipping and handling. And of course, if you've already seen it and you haven't seen the Public Domain Dungeon yet, boom, $5 DVD right there. So 5 S&P as well. Or sorry, 3 S&P as well. So there you go. Do that. And if you got the spare change, you want to hit us up, donate a little bit over here to TPS Productions. Our Patreon is right there. Oh, yeah. So that's all we... Oh, my God. Sorry. I'm getting fired, ain't I? Guys, that's all we got. Thank you for watching.